and it's working. Excellent connection. Welcome back to 3D Travelcast. We are going live with you today for the first time in a long time, and we are excited to be back. It has been the busiest travel year maybe ever of my life. How about you, Sandy? Has it been it's
Same,
been crazy. Yes, and
same.
we're not done. We are about to go on a cruise together. We're going to chat with you
Hmm.
about that. I have another cruise before that, and then Disney and Universal all in the next month. So we're excited to share that with you on this week's episode of 3D Travelcast. So I am Carol Beth Scott. I am one of the three co hosts. Wendy is right now in Turkey. So that's,
It has been a year
mhm,
I know it sounds trite to say it, but a year of travel because that's what we
it
do. But
has.
seriously,
It
this one
is.
has been all over for all of us.
And in an exciting way.
Oh, very.
If you are a frequent listener, even if you're not, I'll tell you that we have some 3 episodes about the amazing river cruise that Sandy and Wendy took. And so, Sandy, for people who've never met you before, you might want to say howdy.
Hi, I am Sandy Barnes. I have been with 3D for, I think, 7 something years. I'm one of our mentors. I'm one of our cruise leaders. And obviously, I book travel as well. I do that, but I also travel in order to learn these places. And so that was the whole
Yeah,
purpose of this river cruise that Wendy and I just did was to learn
we
about
took
it.
that part of our job very seriously this year. I'm just
Gotta
saying.
immerse.
I know. I'm going to share
I
the link
think
over. Oh, what were you saying?
I
Sorry.
counted, I was gone for
Oh no.
80-ish days this year, and I'm
Why?
pretty sure
Why would you
you
do
are
that?
way more than that. I don't know. I don't
Why would you
know.
I did that one year, I counted, and I realized that I was for every, 3 days that I was home, I was gone for a day or something like that, and then I realized
That's
stop
a lot.
counting. It's just crazy, but, I mean, you have kids at home still, which makes it
Mhm.
infinitely harder, in my opinion, and, all my kiddos are not gone, but they are independent, and they're on their own, so that's exciting.
That
I
is.
am going to we have a couple of viewers, so hi,
Oh,
viewers. We're
yeah.
excited to
Hello.
have people on. Um, so I'm Carol Beth Scott, and I'm the owner of 3D Travel, and we celebrated 18 years this summer, and we are marching steadily towards our 20-year anniversary. And it feels like every week is a little more exciting as far as travel goes, and some positive, some negative. When you get this big and there's wildfires in Maui, we're dealing with
Mhm.
travelers going back and forth to
Yep.
Hawaii. And when you get this big, and by big I mean just booking a lot of precious people for our agency, and things happen with Israel, it does change travel plans. So let's start with that a little bit. Israel, as you guys know, is struggling to say the least right now, and we are heartbroken with what's happening in the Middle East. And I will not be one more voice that talks about it while there's so much sorrow. But I will say that I have been tracking group after group after group. We did not have one in there, but I do have just wonderful friends of mine that run travel groups in and out of Israel. And I saw the last one get out, and some kids get out locally in Dallas. I don't know if you have had any in your neck of the woods, Sandy, but there's definitely been a
I have
countdown around
not.
here.
I have not. I'm so glad that they're getting out, but at the same time,
Yeah,
it is still a little bubble, so there is safe places to travel that are nearby. I mean, we do have our own Windy over in Turkey right now. And
that is
so
true. That is true. They put out a
there was a
travel
lot of
warning. Did you see that?
yes.
They
There
they
was
escalated to a 4 today.
yep. Yep. There was a lot of debate on
Yeah.
whether they should go or not. They did feel it was
Yeah.
still safe enough that they are there. But yeah,
Yes.
we just all need to be diligent and keep watching those warnings.
Absolutely. And I'm so very grateful for the opportunity to travel. It just makes me more grateful that we have this chance to travel
Right.
and see different pieces of the world. And we talk about this a lot, but we are all the same,
Hmm.
and we are all people and just trying to
Yep.
get through the day. And there are many people. I think that Wendy and James, her husband James, they're doing the different biblical
Yes.
stops in Turkey. So that's pretty
Hmm.
exciting right there. Yeah. 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 So that is happening ongoing this week. And a much happier piece of news is the Disney 100. Have you been watching any of the
I
stuff that came
have
down, Sandy?
Oh my gosh, is it adorable or not? It is the cutest stuff.
Yes.
Some of the little ads that I've seen with oh my the one I'm thinking of has this little baby boy in it, and I just wanna squeeze him, and it's just the most adorable thing ever. But they're
They're
just
popping a
having
lot of them
the
over to
best
Disney
time.
Plus, and I
Yeah,
yes. So and it's amazing, 100 years,
that's a
and
long
what is that gonna
time.
look like from I know it. I don't even know. I don't even know how to wrap my brain around that. But it has been a part of our lives the whole time we've been around, right?
Mhm,
And now our
yep,
children, and it's part of our culture and our backdrop. So, of what is it with the popcorn buckets? But I feel like there's always going to be more popcorn buckets. So
agreed,
that's
agreed.
the important part. So my family is going to leave in a little less than 2 weeks, and we're going to hop onto a Disney cruise. We're going to be on the Disney Magic out of San Diego, and we are specifically seeing our sweet boy, Ethan.
Yep,
Ethan is just a great member of our family. Sandy's gotten to meet him before,
he is
and he is
so
a
much
young
fun. He is
he
so
is the most
cute.
fun.
He is the life of the
Yeah,
party. And that little
all
dude
the
can
time.
dance. So he is, a cast member now on
Yes,
the Magic, and
the Disney
he's with the
Magic.
kids, right? Is he in the kids clubs? Isn't that right?
He is. He's in the kids club, and he can do an infinite number of voices, it feels
Absolutely.
like. So, his journey has been and we've like I'm sharing our link so people will know that we are live right
Oh,
now.
good.
That's I'm hate to be distracted, but I'm gonna
No,
be.
you're good. While you're doing that,
Just for
I'm
a
gonna
second.
I think where did Ethan do his story time during COVID?
Oh,
Where was
it's
that
on
on
YouTube. We can
Facebook? It's on
share it in
YouTube?
our
We
Yeah, we'll have
should.
to share that in the comments here.
It was
Um,
adorable. I loved that. He did story time for kids with voices while we were all on
yes.
lockdown. It was so cute. It was sweet. I
It's
loved it.
called Spectrum Storytime with Ethan because
Okay.
Ethan is on the spectrum
Mhm.
and he has just the most incredible story of him growing up and how he Disney unlocked his voice.
Yep.
And he to this day, he can do all of the different and when I say he does voices, I mean he's a character actor. He can do voices. And we met him when he was Donkey and our kids were Shrek and or not Shrek, but Lord Farquaad.
Oh,
So
okay.
yes, it was awesome. So he has traveled to Disney with us before. He did the college program at Walt Disney World, and now he is a cast member on the Disney Magic. So we get to see him in a
That
little
is
over a
so
week.
exciting. So much fun. I can't wait
Yeah.
to hear all about that.
Yes. Yes. And then after that, Sandy is leading a group.
Yes, we are. We are going to be on the Royal Caribbean's Harmony of the Seas with several of our 3D members. We are
Yeah.
doing it's called a seminar at sea. We had originally planned it
Hmm.
just for us to go and immerse in the ship for those who have not sailed on Oasis class on Royal, which is an experience in itself. I love Oasis
Yeah.
class. Oh, they're so
It's
beautiful
so
and they're
fun.
so much fun. I love the neighborhoods.
Yeah.
I can't get enough of the different neighborhoods. It's the best. But so we have our BDM, our business development manager, is joining us, and she is going to let
Yes.
us see a little bit behind the scenes at Perfect Day at Coco Cay. And we're going to do a little bit of class time, but our people are going to see what it's like to cruise with Sandy and with Holly, our other cruise leader, and it should be very humorous.
So different.
We are very
Yeah.
different people, and we have very different
Yes, we
cruising
need to
styles.
yes. We got to share that as much as possible. What is the difference between the cruise style of Sandy Barnez and
Hmm.
Holly Lindsay?
Hmm.
And I know eating is a big piece of it because I
Oh,
think
yeah.
Holly ate her first carrot last year or
Mhm.
something like that.
Some she's,
Like the woman is not interested in exercise or vegetables or getting
nope.
up early and doing yoga.
She is,
So
but she's so chill and fun, and she's a
yes.
joiner, she does like her activities too, but she's like a trivia type activity, you know?
Mhm.
And I'm more of
Yes.
a morning yoga and take the stairs everywhere and then go pig out wherever I can find the most interesting foods because she is not an
Yes.
interesting food person. I need
No, she
all the
likes the
crazy
buffet,
foods.
I know. That's so funny. Well, years ago, we did a Halloween cruise,
Mhm.
and Sandy and I were together, and I still remember we were in one of the rooms. It was the night that we first did, silent disco,
Oh. I love that.
It was,
So much
yes,
fun.
which is so fun. And Holly was singing at the top of her lungs, not realizing that we were listening to her.
Yep.
So that was awesome. If you can trick somebody in this day and age, like your children, you absolutely should. But I do remember that you represented us in a game, and you had to stand in the middle of the room. I don't even remember what the game
I
was,
don't
but we were
either.
all in. We were having
What
the
was it?
best time.
I know we
I don't
also
know.
did the, it was the Halloween on the High Seas, and all of our members,
It was.
we dressed up as Disney villains, and that was
Hmm.
so much fun, and
It was so fun.
we joined the adult Halloween costume contest, and
Yes, yes.
I know I was on stage for that, which Freeform
It's
was
fun.
filming. They have a special, and you can still find it out there.
Oh, I
We're in
forgot
that.
about that.
They have
Yes,
a
that's
little
so
clip of me
funny.
on stage. It's all about the decorating, switching decorations for the holidays because they
Yes.
do it
Yeah,
overnight. And so it's the
which is crazy.
coolest. It is. It is the coolest
That
little.
is too fun. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, it was so
Yeah.
much fun. I
Well,
don't
and
remember
that's
what game we're talking
we're
about
so
though.
it's a Halloween cruise that we're
Mhm.
doing in a couple of weeks, and I
Yep.
have no idea. We're crazy people, so we'll do something.
We may.
And getting to see what they do in the kids clubs,
Yes.
I know a little bit about it, but we'll get to see it firsthand. So that's exciting. And then between those two cruises, we were working with the port of Port Canaveral,
Oh,
the Space Coast,
I forgot about
and
this
we are
part.
going to head over Kennedy Space Center. And I'm
Mhm.
telling you guys all about this because you'll be able to see us all over social media.
Mhm.
So in the description and the comments, so anywhere that you see this, you're going to see our social media handles. But mine's it's really hard, at Carol Beth Scott or at How CB Travels, depending on where you follow me. And then Sandy is at 3D Sandy Barnez, right?
Nope, 3D Sandy
Yeah.
B. Even
No, at
easier,
3D
even
Sandy.
easier, just short.
Sandy B. That's right. At
Yep.
3D Sandy B. So you can find her, and we will share because we're going to climb in and out of kayaks,
Oh, yeah. I love kayaking though.
which,
I think it's
yes.
I love that we're going to share how a cruise is not just the cruise, that it is
Yeah.
part of it is look at the port you're going to. Like Miami is super fun too, and there's so much fun to
Mhm.
the little free trolley and the Brickell area. I love it. I love that. But then we are going to be at Port Canaveral, so I am
Yes.
such a dork and I love science, so I'm very excited about the Space Center, and of course,
Yes. Have you been before to
I've
the Space
never
Center?
been to Kennedy. No,
Oh,
we
it's gonna
have.
make you cry.
I can't
Oh my
wait.
goodness, there is something just ethereal and magical about the fact that we get to go to space,
Isn't that
and the fact that
amazing?
you're there, and oh my goodness, it's almost too much for me, but I'm gonna love it, and
Mhm.
we're gonna be there together, and it'll be good
Yep.
we'll have 14 of us that day. So that'll be wonderful because we'll have Wendy gets to come join us. And then we're doing the cruise. And
And
then when
then
we hop
right?
off, I'm sorry, what were you gonna
No,
say?
go ahead. Don't forget the kayaking in between because 'cause I'm very excited about sunset
Oh, yes, the
kayaking as well.
kayaking and lots of food. So
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna do this for you. We're gonna check out all the food in the Port Canaveral area. I have done the food tour with the Village Food Tours, which I highly recommend, even though we're not doing it this time. In that downtown area, it's amazing the food options that are available at Cocoa Beach. It's just the cutest thing, and I think people don't realize you just hop in
Mhm.
and you cruise and you come back and you go home. So, is it worth staying? We're gonna discover that in person and share that everywhere.
I am
So that'll be
excited to
super
share that
fun.
because I
Mhm.
really think people should definitely check out port areas more than they
Oh,
do on
yeah.
cruises. As travel advisors, we recommend coming in at least a day early, but why not an extra day?
Right.
I mean, you're there anyway. Go ahead and see what's in the area because there's so much fun stuff. Galveston, New Orleans, San Diego, LA. You could keep going on and on about how much fun you could have just in the port areas before you even board.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, in San Diego, we're gonna hit Little Italy. So,
Oh,
I'm planning for
that's
us
going
to
to
stay
be
in Little
fun.
Italy, and so that's so fun. One thing that I have learned is that if you travel and you go in that extra day early, then you can start that transition over to
Mhm.
relaxation mode
Oh, yeah.
because it takes a day. Some of us, it takes 2 before
Mhm.
we actually relax, and then if you are certain people, then you sleep one of those days, since you're not really dialed in
I
until
think
day
I know
2
who
or
you're
day
talking
3,
about.
so yeah,
Mhm.
and the man who eats cookies and sleeps everywhere, that would be my husband, David
Well,
Scott.
I mean, you've
Yeah.
mentioned how hard it is for a first responder to shut off.
Yes,
And so
there's a
if
transition.
that again, that extra day to do that is just
Yeah,
priceless because once you board, you're not wasting a day by getting that sleep in or trying to
that
shut that
is
off. So it's
true.
fantastic.
Well, and
Smart.
he's yes. So he won't be with us for
No.
that for the I know.
This is girls
Someday, his
only,
goal
though.
is to be with us for everything we do. Yes, it is a girls only. We will have our Hannah will be with us
Mhm.
and quite a few of us. So join us for that. And then we will come back and we're split in three different directions. So you'll be able to follow some of our group to Royal Caribbean, to Walt Disney World, some to Universal, and some are headed back home.
Yep.
And it's going to be great. So I personally, I'm going for 2 nights with my Hannah to Universal Orlando Resort. She is the assistant to the home office, and she is coming and she's going to work much of the time that she's on that cruise. And so we're going to spend a couple of days just playing at
Awesome.
Universal. So
Yep.
super excited about that. And then I'm going to fly Hannah home and fly David in, and we're going to spend a few nights at Walt Disney World. And it's been a minute since I've just gone to Walt Disney World. We tried to go, and you may not remember, we brought our son and daughter-in-law and our grandbaby, which was
Yeah.
amazing, and everybody got sick.
Yep.
So that doesn't count. I
I
refuse to
didn't
count
think
that as
so.
a Disney trip. No,
No,
no. So it's just David and I. And so you know what we'll do. We'll eat and nap our way around Walt Disney World.
which
So
sounds
that should be
amazing
fun to watch.
because
Yeah,
Disney with kids is
yeah,
just not relaxing. It can be so
yeah,
stressful, but Disney with adults is
yeah.
very, very different.
And with the holidays all decorated.
Oh,
So that should be super fun.
yes.
Yeah.
And then we do
Yes.
have
And I
several of
think,
us going to
yeah.
Universal. I personally am coming home
Yes.
because I just
I know.
mentioned
You've been
before we
traveling so
started, I
much.
have been
Mhm.
traveling way too much. And because we just bought a house that needs some
Yeah.
work, that is my
It's an
goal.
amazing house though.
It's a crazy unique house. I'm so excited. We have such plans for it, but that means that I need to go home. I've got things to do.
Yeah. You do. You do. Do you know when you guys are going to move into it yet?
We were
Like, do
hoping
you
by
have a timeline at
Thanksgiving.
all?
We were hoping by
Well,
Thanksgiving. No, we
that's a
do
lot.
have
Yeah.
the upstairs, had to rip out the pink carpet. We told you it's a crazy house.
Pink
Uh,
carpet.
in the
Pink carpet. It's
bathrooms.
awesome.
So, but
That is
it's
so gross.
I don't I know I don't
She
want
and
people to
Sandy
think
did it. She was
I did.
ripping out that carpet.
We had it
Yeah.
ripped out 22 hours after. It wasn't even 22 hours. It might have been closer to 12. We closed on a
Yeah.
Friday evening. By Saturday afternoon, that stuff was gone. I wasn't leaving that any longer. I needed it
Oh
gone.
my goodness.
We were all
That's
suited up and
awesome.
stuff, but yeah, we've got the
It's so
upstairs
gross.
gutted and ready to put back together, but I need to move a wall. We've got stuff going on. It's gonna
It's
be
been a minute
amazing.
since I remodeled a house. It is so gratifying, but it is a
Yep.
special kind of tired. But yeah,
Yep.
I'm sure you imposed a deadline on yourself. Otherwise, it would be the
Mhm.
project that never ends pretty easily.
Yep.
Well, I think it would be awesome if you showed us some before and after
Oh,
photos
I will
as you go
absolutely
along.
do that
Yeah,
because
that would be
we
super
have
fun.
oh, it's gonna be beautiful. It's so the house is so interesting and funky. It is definitely
Yeah.
unique, and I am not a cookie cutter person anyway. I'm pretty unique myself, so I think it fits perfectly.
Well, I think we definitely want to see what's going on with that.
It's fun.
Why is Sandy not traveling right now? And then we'll
Mhm.
see. That's because of this big project and recovery from this big project. And
Yep.
I know you, it will not end. Just because you guys move in does not mean
Oh,
it'll be fun to see the transition as things move forward.
I gotta
And
get the chickens
I
over
can't, I'm
somehow.
excited.
Trying to figure out how to move the chickens
Yeah.
in the coop, you know?
We used to have
Yeah.
an interrupting rooster.
Yeah.
So
Poor
maybe
Chewbacca.
there'll be a different Chewbacca. Yeah. David, don't play taps again. That's just sad. David played
It
taps for the
was
rooster last when he
it
passed
was
away.
hilarious though. It was very funny. But I will tell you where the
Mm,
chickens are gonna be, we will not have any it's an interrupting rooster will not be an issue because they will be far enough away from where I will record.
almost a little bit sad.
I
Added some
know.
personality.
It
I
was
mean, our editor, David, was not happy about it, but it was funny for
I
me.
don't know. He wasn't happy at times, but then he threw him in and left him in sometimes
Mhm.
just for fun. But
I mean, why
we're
not?
good.
Why not? Well, so the world is, you know, disrupted right now.
It is.
And there are times that I think that it's hard to have the emotional energy to post anything on social media.
Mhm.
And it feels almost selfish and ugly to go travel. But honestly, I think travel is more necessary now than it ever was. It's important that we just get out there and we engage the world.
Mhm.
I often think of Steve Irwin, who we all adored. and how he went out into the world and met animals
Mhm.
and put them on camera and showed us that maybe we need to protect them in the wild. And it really changed a lot of us the way we perceive animals and
Right.
wanted to enjoy them where they were. It disrupted the worldview. And I challenge each of you who's listening to this that travel and disrupt the worldview. People are out there. Go and talk to them, make them real. Look at what people have created. It's incredible. Just you cross the United States and you can see these amazing things. You cross the world and you can see even more, and things that have been there a lot longer. So I hope that this next year, even with all of the challenges, with multiple wars and a political election looming,
Oh,
that
good
we can
luck.
keep the focus on the individuals instead of the
Mhm.
crazy groups of people that are surrounding us. Because I want to go. I want to go see the world. I want to safely visit everywhere. I know you do too, Sandy.
I agree. I think meeting people in their own element, in their own time, in
Yeah,
their own place is so much more meaningful because you're getting the real them. When they're out of their element, it's a little different. So I think I love that we're leaving it with that thought. I think it's beautiful. And I
absolutely.
hope we all get to do that next year.
Yes, me too.
All
We'll be
right.
back.
Yep. We will definitely back. We'll be back with Wendy when she's back from her. She's there meeting people in
Yes.
their element right now. But in the
Yeah.
meantime, I'm Sandy Barnez,
I'm Carol Beth Scott.
and we will see you guys later.